Good morning. Hey, it's frozen day. We're getting into the situation called winter and also the new year. And I was just kind of listening to the different news and talking about the year in review and what has and haven't been done in the name of our new administration. And one of the things that was coming up was DOGE and how good it actually was as an implementation and what it was supposed to do and saving trillions. And what came out was that it was such a joke because they're sitting there, they can talk about money, they can talk about anything that was wasn't done, was done, whether it's saved, and how many, in jobs, and because it was supposed to also cut the workforce, and they can say all that all they want, but what was done is always going to be kind of put underneath the rug because of its legality to begin with, and that is when they went in and did all these cuts. Wow. They turned around and really undermined data. Okay? And so that needs to be said. It's another one of those little red herrings that you always see or hear about, where they're talking about, yeah, but this, and they've got their hand out like a magician, when in reality it's the other hand you got to be looking at. Okay, that other hand was Doge. Doge walked in and did exactly how Trump always does it, cutting corners and not worrying about Congress, which is our system of government in the first place. Congress allowed him to do it in the name of hailing to the king, I guess. And so he went in there and they turned around and took data like crazy. How do you know that? Look who was behind it. They turned around and got Musk and a team of techies to do this. And so you turn around and you got to look at that. You have to look at that because that was done without approval of Congress. Okay, and by the time they walked in, because they had the badge to walk in under, and they started taking over the computers, it's only a matter of a week, days, whatever, hours before they're holding on to everything. They're holding on to all the cards that they needed to hold on to. And the rest is just like, it's just a news story. And so, please understand that. Okay? That here we are a year later and we're talking about how much money was saved or jobs were eliminated, and when in reality, the one thing on that is it added like way more to our national debt than ever would have imagined. Okay? Something that on a promise is going to be taken down because of his tariffs, which don't work that way. I'm not going to go there. The thing is that you were looking at the fact that an entity went in there known as Doge gathered info, and then walked out. You can kiss HEPA laws goodbye, essentially. You can kiss any of your... that was the biggest data breach by our own government than has ever been done in the history of the United States. And it's being held on to by people that can use it for DHS, that can be used for under ICE, that can be used under a lot of different, departments against you. Okay, we got to remember, we had laws put in place for this shit, and they turned right around and said, yeah, well, we're the king's men and we don't care about the laws. Hey, that's what I wanted to say. Got nothing but love for you. I wish you a really happy 2026. Hard to believe. Already coming into a new year.